Hi, I'm Bjorn, movie archaeologist, and welcome back to the Temple of Movie Reviews. Hey guys, congratulations, all the guild strikes are over. That's right, the Leather Jacket Guild, the Canvas Satchel Guild, hell, even the 1950s Revolver Guild. They've all stopped striking, which means I can go back to my regularly scheduled temple exploration, which is convenient because I just discovered a new artifact titled The Creator. This is a new sci-fi movie from the director of Rogue One. And what did I think of The Creator? Well, I thought it was pretty good. I really like this movie. It's an original sci-fi film with a mid-sized budget and good acting. Hey, it's the exact kind of thing I happen to like. Wow, you know what's crazy? Is while I was watching this movie, all I could think was, damn, it's been a long time since I've seen a movie that is original and not based on any previous IP or book. It was so refreshing. I was like, hey, original IP. All right, now it's time to put my hands behind my back and watch this thing flop at the box office. Then watch everyone complain that there aren't any original movies. You people are part of the problem. Go see this movie. It's good. I'm going to talk about why it's good, but right off the bat, it's an original idea. You want to see more of these? Go support this movie. That's how this works. Tell them that you like what they're doing by supporting them with your money. Thank you. This has been my TED Talk. Actually, I'm going to have another TED Talk later in this video too. So, what's this movie about? It's about a war between humans and artificial intelligent robots. Very original premise. You've never seen anything executed like this before. But I'm saying that not sarcastically, because this movie takes the premise of artificial intelligence and does something really neat with it. It basically combines Blade Runner and a Vietnam or modern Afghanistan war movie like Apocalypse Now or American Sniper together. It's a very odd combination of things. And I won't really go into what this movie is about because I didn't know too much about it going in. But I would say it's basically about a man taking a artificial intelligent child, which is secretly a weapon, to somewhere else. That's what the trailers gave us. And also there's a war going on. Well, I don't want to spoil anything. So that's what the movie's about, and as vague a term as I can describe it. That's kind of a clusterfuck of a description, but it gets the point across. What I really thought was cool about this movie was the setting. Setting this in like an Asian country, but not the ones you usually see. This isn't set in Japan. This is set in somewhere like, I think it's supposed to be Tibet, which is really cool. It's not a setting you usually see get cyberpunkified, and so it's neat to see here. There's a lot of really cool visuals, and that's what I would say is the strongest point of this movie. The visuals are incredible. I cannot overhype how good this movie looks. The first thing I did when I stepped out of that theater is go look up the budget, because I thought, damn, that movie looks so good. I bet it's really expensive. I was thinking, it's a shame that this original movie has a $150 to $200 million budget, because it's definitely going to flop. And then I looked at the budget, and it was $80 million. And I was like, holy shit, that's really good. That's a good budget, and the movie looks like it has the budget of Avatar 2. It's got an insane set of visual style to it. It looks really good. And all I can think is, how did Marvel make Ant-Man look so bad with their $200 million budget? That's insane. It seems like they shot on location instead of using a green screen and CGI, which looks better. Apparently it's cheaper. The movie is just super well executed on a visual style. There's a lot of really cool shots, some really cool cinematography, great special effects. Really good makeup at a couple points. I think that was makeup or animatronics. Again, the CGI is so good, it's hard to tell what's practical and what's not, which is how you want it. So, visually it's great. Story-wise, I think it's pretty good too. There could have been some improvements in a few areas, but overall I found myself engrossed. The story took some twists and turns I didn't expect. It went in some interesting places, had some good emotional moments. It kills characters pretty frequently, which is a thing I really like. There's some surprisingly shocking and brutal sequences, some, again, cool imagery as applied to the story, and a nice metaphor, which apparently went over quite a few people's heads. Hey, it's that second TED Talk time. Hi, I'm Bjorn, and I'm going to talk to you about AI, and also the media's reaction to AI recently, because I think it's incredibly amusing. So, when I got out of this movie, I was like, okay, I liked it. I formulated my opinion. I decided that it was going to be an 8 out of 10 or an 8.5 out of 10. Pretty good movie, really good in my opinion. So I went and looked on Rotten Tomatoes to see, just out of curiosity, where it wind up. I expected to see it at like a 90, 92. That's typically when I say something's an 8 or an 8.5. That's where you wind up on the scale, usually, in my opinion. And to my surprise, the movie had a 78, which, I mean, isn't bad necessarily, but for Rotten Tomatoes is unusually low for something I thought to be of good quality. So I was curious. It piqued my interest. I decided to take a little peek at what the critics said about this. And I stumbled onto something I found was really funny. Basically, every critical review that I saw with the Rotten Splat was talking about how the movie presented AI as a good thing and how that was so horrible. They were upset that this movie presented sentient AI beings as not evil and a bad thing that needs to be exterminated. They were siding with the humans in this movie who were exterminating peaceful robots. And why, pray tell, were they saying this? Well, it harkens back to the South Park, They Took Our Jobs. Remember how everyone in the media used to make fun of people talking about robots taking jobs from factory workers? I remember the classic thing when coal miners were losing their jobs and journalists told them to go learn to code. This has been a thing that's been going on for a long time. And all throughout that time, when AI, robotics, and artificial intelligence was replacing factory workers, all that time, hey, on the most part, AI can be prevented as good. It's not really our problem. Suddenly, with ChatGPT and robots that can write, it's a big problem and the media is freaking out about it because they're finally coming for their jobs, right? And the hypocrites have to change their tune because now their jobs, which they thought were going to be safe no matter what from these robots, are in danger. They have to whine about it. So they're terrified, these film critics, of being replaced by AI. And they're letting it out in reviews for this movie, which I find to be unbelievably amusing. And here's the thing about AI. They really, right now, don't need to be that worried about it. And you might be saying, but Bjorn, no. AI is a big threat to writers. And yeah, AI is a big threat to writers if you're a fucking hack. Let me explain. All AI can do is take ideas from previous work and make sort of generic scripts. It takes things that it's already seen, things that aren't original, and just repurposes them into its own script, right? It doesn't have creativity. So AI is only a threat to you if you're not creative enough to not steal ideas from other people. If you formulate an original opinion when you're reviewing a movie and don't basically just regurgitate what everyone else is saying or what everyone else is doing, then AI shouldn't replace you, at least not in its current capabilities. Is it concerning? Yeah, probably. Is it worth getting upset at a movie which decided to present robots, which are a metaphor for like a minority group or a prejudiced against group? I kind of got the vibe that they were making the message sort of like warning about like stuff like the bad event that happened during World War II could happen again. That's sort of what I kind of interpreted the movie as. The robots were almost a metaphor for like a group getting the G worded because YouTube is pathetic. You know what I'm getting at. But no, they took it literally. How dare they present robots? I mean, there was a lot of reviews that were saying what I'm talking about. It was like 6 or 7 of them. And I was just like, this is ridiculous. And the only thing I can think of is that now that they're coming for the film critic industry, they're afraid. And I'm going to be 100% real. This is a hobby for me. I review movies for fun. My opinion, it's nothing more than my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. Film criticism is really stupid. I will say that with my chest. There are maybe 10 or 15 critics whose opinions are educated enough and consistent enough to be worthy of being called a professional critic. 90 to 99% of modern critics are terrible at their jobs. I think everyone kind of knows this. So I'm not going to feel bad for them being replaced by an AI because, in all honesty, the AI accomplishes basically the same thing as a modern film critic. Maybe it gives an even better review because it reviews something empirically and doesn't take in its own personal biases and work them into its review. All right, that's into my tangent. All in all, I liked The Creator. I think it's a really good movie. I think you'll be entertained by it on just a visual level. And I'm going to give it the 8.5 or 8 out of 10 that I said before. Thank you. Sorry for my rant. I just had to talk about this because I thought it was really funny. And with all the discussion around AI, I thought I'd throw my 2 cents in as an uneducated, unprofessional movie critic who does this on YouTube for fun. And you know what? They can't stop me from giving my opinion. Isn't that right, Asher? They can't stop me. All right. Thank you. If you disagree with my opinion, let me know in the comments below. What's your opinion on AI, man? I'm going to ask you, tell me in the comments below. This is just to raise engagement so that my videos do better in the algorithm. I'll see y'all in the next one. Goodbye.